do you get for your favourite teacher at the end of the school year? Our next guest is in line for 1 million bottles of Prosecco as the nation's PE teacher, and term time continues on YouTube with his free weekly series Activate. So let's all up sticks to Joe Wicks!
Hey, Joe, let's hear it for Joe Wicks. All right,
Good
Joe
morning.
Wicks, Joe Wicks. Joe, it's been too long, man.
Oh, what I love your welcome. What a lovely warm reception. It's been a long time. I think last time I was here maybe 2 or 3 years ago, one of the books, but I'm back today with an animation. Man, this is going to change the game for so many kids.
Let's get straight into it, and then we'll chat about other stuff. Off you go. Go on, what is it?
So, you know, obviously in lockdown, PE with Joe, did those daily workouts.
Yep.
Super proud of what I did there, but I wanted to continue that legacy. I wanted to continue to get kids moving because they are, you know, we know that kids are moving less, inactivity levels are up. So, and parents also find it hard to get their kids moving, right? So I had this idea a couple of years ago to create an animation of me, essentially like a little workout cartoon, 5-minute sessions designed for kids and parents, and the reaction to this has been incredible. I've done more interviews than I can possibly imagine, and the views and the reaction to the actual workouts, and the kids are loving it, and it's just like, it does what it says in the tin. If you put it in front of a kid, a 4, 5, 6, 7, 8-year-old kid, and you just press play, they will get up and from a passive viewing of a screen be on their feet doing star jumps, and it's beautiful to see.
Well, you know, because we sent you videos of our family, you know, taking part in your workouts during lockdown, and it was something that the kids look forward to. It was something we all set a time to. It was a family pivot point around the TV for all the right reasons, and the kids love doing it. And so this is, you know, it's like the sequel to that almost, isn't it? It's like, let's do it again.
Yeah, you know, it's about, look, I love visiting schools, yeah, and I really wish I could visit every school in the UK, and I get thousands of schools ask me to come, but I just can't do it. So I thought, how can I get to schools and give them a resource and a platform to actually get kids moving? So this was the idea, and we went to an amazing animation studio called Studio AKA. They're the ones behind Hey Dougie. So had the idea, they got this little image of me, right, and I thought, that is it, you've nailed it. So I've got this tiny little body, big bouffant, bouncy hair, and a tiny little sort of stitched on beard. But what I love about it, it's like, it's fun, it's accessible, and it's really about short bursts of time. You think 5 minutes is doable. And my little boy last night before bed, he's 5, he said, Dad, can I do a quick Activate? And then when it finished, he went, can I do it again? And that's the gold, right? You think 5 minutes ain't going to change a kid's life, but if they do another one, maybe they do 10, 15 minutes and they've had a really active day, it's going to change so many kids' lives.
Well, you see, what you've just done there is you struck gold twice because, well, more than twice. You've got this great animation. I watched it yesterday. It is great. It's really funny. It's really great. It's really warm. It's really lovely and loving. It's beautiful. And we all know kids will do anything rather than go to bed. So if you want your kids to work out and you stick this in front of them after their allotted telly time after tea, they're all going to do it, and then it'll become habit energy, and then it'll become a ritual, and then it might change their life.
That's the dream. Like I really dream and hope and wish that every parent sees this and gives their kid a chance, like an opportunity to move. You know, a lot of people don't have much space or even a green area like to run around and play. So this is something that can be done. You know, it's democratising it again. It's making it fun that you can do it in a living room or a tiny bedroom. And even if you're not a kid, look, even if you are an adult and you've got no kids anywhere around, you're not a carer for young people, you will still find that. The first workout is squats, star jumps and mountain climbers.
Yeah.
No, so not mountain climbers, like burpees. And it's a great workout. And what I see, the reaction is that, you know, this is a fun, visual, stimulating thing, because people, we know as adults, we're struggling with screen time. We all have this addiction to it, and it's very passive, whereas I guarantee this will get you moving. And have you seen the music? So we've got a partnership with Universal Music. They've given us like access to their artists, and then obviously we said, like, these are our dream songs. One of my favourite songs in the world is Elton John, I'm Still Standing, right? And I didn't realise this. I thought the label just goes, yeah, you can do it, you know, pay a fee. The artist has to approve it, right?
Yeah.
So thank you, Elton, if you're listening, for giving us one of your most wonderful songs.
All the time. He cancels holidays just to carry on listening to the show.
It's such a tune to release it with, and we've got some tunes of, you know, Becky Hill, we've got some Bastille coming up, like proper good songs.
Yeah, no, when I heard it last night, I'm still standing. It's like, that's new, because I did know what you have to go through to get to people to allow you to license their music. Vassos, you have been animated as a moose.
Yes, I have. Yeah, I was a news-reading moose in Zootropolis, the Disney film.
I love that movie.
You've been animated as
many times.
Well, first of all, you've been yourself a few times.
Yeah.
And then what were you in, Bob the Builder?
I was I was the rock star, wasn't I?
Yeah.
What was his name? Can't remember. But funny enough, I played with Elton John in Bob the Builder.
No way.
Lenny Lazenby, the rock
He
star.
got a cameo. I'll never forget. I saw an interview with Andy Peters. Got a line in Toy Story, didn't he? It's like, wait, there's another bag coming through the terminal, and I remember it because I didn't realise it was him, but it just stuck in my head. So never watched. I'm like, that's Andy Peters.
Have you seen this, Vassos?
Oh, it's fat, Joe. Look, I'm such a fan. This is just a great thing. I have to tell you though, Joe. You know, we love you, right? But we love you a little bit less this morning because of just in the corner there. There's the Chris Evans Breakfast Show Keepy Uppy Challenge.
Yeah.
And you put us both to shame. You've done more Keepy Uppies on your own just now outside in the corridor than both of us together.
Yeah.
Shame on you, Joe Wicks.
I'm surprised I even managed that. I mean, I haven't kicked a ball since soccer.
All right, don't make it any worse. Just get in front of the mic when you're talking, Joe.
Can I
Sorry,
just
it's our fault.
I've done 15, but you know the Happy Pear Boys came, and I love those boys.
Yeah.
They came in, so they like 6. Well, they were 17. They got to combine their score today.
Yeah, which is so unfair.
Cheating, yeah.
Yeah, totally. It's like, hang on a sec. You say you put us to shame, Vassos. Not difficult. You're on 6. I'm on 2. Yeah. I think we pretty much put ourselves to shame there.
Did you count the first one, like the first flick up? Because that's
Yes,
really done
you do.
one.
That's 1 and then 2.
It just hit your toe, didn't
Yeah,
it?
it's top like Joe. Stop it. So you're on 15. Izzy, who works on the show, 126, but she's a semi-professional footballer. Oh, even though she plays in goal,
That's
120.
amazing.
She did what she actually filmed herself one before that, practicing for the one that we said we are going to use. She did 253 in the practice.
Even when I was as a kid playing football, I was never a good keepy uppy. I could do like 20 or 30.
Don't make us feel any worse than we do. What do you mean you were never any good at it?
Well, that was luck. To be honest, I've got these big. I think it's the big flat trainers on when it sort of kept it going for me.
Yeah,
a bit
I'm
more
going to get some clown shoes for next time we do this challenge. Just tell us about your outfit. Come on, we're raving about your outfit here.
Yeah, I wore this to Glastonbury. I'm so unfashionable. You know this. I got voted once in GQ as one of the 10th worst dressed men in Britain.
Really?
I was in there with like Boris Johnson and all these.
It's not fair.
Yeah, true story.
Why were you you've always been really well turned out.
This is like 7-8 years ago, probably because I was always in like a sports kit and lycra, but anyway, I thought it was really funny. So I've started getting targeted with these ads on Instagram, and sometimes you're laying in bed at like midnight, and the right ad comes at the right time, and you click
you're
on,
vulnerable,
and you go, you know what,
you're tired.
Boom, I'll have it. But since then, I brought this stripy cord, they call it, apparently coordinated.
It is a cord.
Yeah.
It's a knitted cord. It's a short sleeve shirt, knitted cord. It's stripy, brown and white stripes with matching cord knitted shorts. You look so cool.
Shall I say the brand or not? It's up to you. Can I say that? Oh, yeah, so it's David Gandy's Wellwear, but ever since that, what I've realised is every single day now, a different like fashion brand is targeting me. So
yeah, because you said yes.
It's unbelievable.
You're on the radar, mate.
Yeah, the data's very
Do you know
accurate.
Gandy?
I've never met him actually. I saw him at an event once. I think it was the GQ Awards.
Yeah.
And I went there to this event and I just thought, what a beautiful man.
He is a
and
beautiful
every man there. Do you know what? I came away though. I felt short. I felt ugly. I just thought, this ain't for me. I don't like red carpet events, so I've never been back since. You know.
Yeah. Well, listen, I felt the same, if not worse, and I was only in a queue with him at Heathrow Airport, and
He's
it was
a very
like
good-looking
I felt
man.
the same way, and it's like people were swooning. He wasn't even on the red carpet. It's just like. People didn't even know he was David Gandy. Going, oh my God! I think some people were killed by beauty.
That's the David Gandy effect.
What did this guy? Old blokes. All the blokes died. All the women just carried on swooning. You know, all the blokes that died of beauty. Yeah, died of beauty. He was out beautied by that guy over there.
Happens, mate.
David Gandy. And
he just shout out to Vassal. So I walked in and I put my hand on his arm and I said, "You're in good shape, mate. You trained, don't you? Lifting weights, right?
Yeah.
You are strong. You in CrossFit or something?"
Do you know what I've started getting into? I'm not proud of this, but
hang on. Have a guess. Have a guess. What do you think?
It's not like pole fit, is it?
It starts with high and ends with
high. You're a high rock. You're a
no,
hybrid
only
rock star.
just
What
once.
do you mean only just
I've been
once?
invited to this. I don't get it. I mean, look, I think it looks fun, but it's that whole. It's so competitive. I've lost the element of like wanting to rip my shirt off and run around in a sports hall.
Yeah, no.
You know what I mean?
Apparently, and you wouldn't think this seeing a High Rocks event, but apparently it is allowed to do it with your shirt on.
You can.
Yeah, you are allowed.
Was it fun?
But, do you know what? I did it the 6 days after the London Marathon, so I wasn't looking like peak shape, but it really was fun. And I don't really care what my time is, but I do care a bit what my time is from the last time to see if I can better it. And it is good, and you'll know about this, Joe. You know, I've done a lot of running, and running gets you fit. to an extent,
Sort of.
but it's not.
Yeah, sort
it's
of.
not using your whole body like it was meant to be used. And Hyrox does get you to that party.
Yeah, no, it's really popular. And I always say, like, if something motivates you and it gets you going and you're part of a community, like, go for it. I did the marathon in April as well, and I did a 6-hour marathon. I jeffed it, I did a bit of jeffing.
Yeah.
And people really baffled there, like, why aren't you running it fast? But I lose the joy in running when I'm running really fast. I think it's nice to have a slow plod and get into that sort of
I'd like
zone
to have
two,
the option.
You've done marathon. You've always done marathons for years.
But never fast. That's the thing.
What's your fastest marathon?
4:30 this year. No, 4:17 this year, wasn't it?
That's great. That's a really decent time.
Thank you.
Really
it's very
decent
sweet
time.
to say that.
Yeah, it's great.
I love this, the good work you do for the underprivileged fit people, like myself. So Joe's here. Joe Wicks, Activate. Activate episode 1 available now via @TheBodyCoachTV on YouTube. So you're the little animated Joe. Now you've got your friends here in your gang, and they just make you laugh out loud. Who are these little characters? Are there 6 of them?
Yeah, so they've not got names. They're just colours. So you've got like blue, pink. They've all got their own
It's the
sort
rainbow,
of.
isn't it? We've got the rainbow going.
Yeah,
on
different characters with different personalities. So I say things like, jump up to the star where you started, and then one like shoots up into space and just smashes his face
They're
on the
like
floor.
your minions in a way, aren't they?
Yeah, they don't speak, so the animation is my voiceover, and they're making silly little voices.
So
but
funny.
You're gonna sort of be drawn to one type of character. One of them's got a little blade, like a prosthetic blade. So it's just about making it accessible and inclusive. And honestly, it really is fun. And I don't care what age you are. If you watch this today, you'll have a little mover and you'll dance about.
Did you get to sign off on the animated you?
Yeah. So when it first. When I first came with the idea, they just created a still, and we took that. So the story is, we took that image and that idea to every platform you can imagine, because we wanted to help get funding to create it. They all said, we love the idea, but we can't invest in it. So we went away and we self-funded the first 5 episodes, and then Universal found out and they've got involved with the music and the government. So basically, West Streeting and the Department of Health have really got behind this. They've pushed it and helped us get it out there, but also invested for the next 10 episodes. So we've really got a chance to create a lot of content. But the fact is, when I first saw it, the funniest thing is the hair went on. I had a bald head. So I had a bald head and a little beard.
So you know what you're going to look like if you go bald.
So that's me in 20 years. But the hair, when it moves, I mean, look at my hair moving now. It does that. I don't know how they've done it. It really is fun.
So cool. So Joe, 39, and wife Rosie now have 4 kids under 6, because you did so much for kids, but you didn't really have. You had one sort of, but you've certainly made up for it. So now you've got your own brood. It's like Fight Club. You don't talk about Fight Club unless you're in Fight Club. You don't know what it's like to be a parent unless you're a parent. Can I say something?
Go on.
You seem much more relaxed.
I wish I could say I had a good night's sleep, but I'll be honest with you, my last few weeks has been really tough. Dusty, my little boy, he was teething when we were away, and now we're back. Last night, between 2 a.m. and 4 a.m, every 15 minutes was waking up. And I said, Rosie, please, just let him get into bed with us. And she's like, no, I've got to train him. He's got to get back to his routine.
Yeah, that's not going to work.
And so I woke up proper, like desert throat, eyes were stinging, that feeling. And do you know what I'd done? What I always need to do, I did a little workout, because I thought I can't come to you in that low sense of low mood and low energy. So I did a little 30-minute Peloton, and I felt great. So the exercise, I think, keeps my energy up.
I know it keeps your energy up, but that's that's not what I was saying. What I was saying is you feel different. You've got a different energy to you. You're clearly a dad. You've clearly gone, there are different priorities. I can just sense it in your life. You're still doing great things for great reasons, but you seem different, man.
I think you know this, like when you sort of achieve what you want kind of thing, like, and you're really content in that sense. My main goal now is to be a good dad, and my dad wasn't around as a kid. So for me, it's like being a good parent and being a loving parent and being with them and being around. Like, that is my number one goal. Like we've chosen to homeschool our kids, so we are with them. I'm with them all the time.
Gosh, how's that going?
It's the most stressful job in the world. So I am a fitness coach, but I really am ultimately a teacher as well. And me and Rosie always wanted to, before Rosie done the modelling, before I became a PE teacher, a sports coach, I wanted to be a teacher. So we're kind of doing what we love, just not 30 kids, just 4 very annoying kids that don't really respect us as teachers.
Right. Well, they're still 6 and under, aren't they? So, very impressive, by the way. Sorting all that out. So 4 kids now under 6. Boy, did you play catch up and do it well, you and Rosie. And now you're homeschooling. Up to the age of 6, so far, so good. Now, we all gave it a go many people gave it a go in lockdown. And we just about styled it out to the end of the lockdown, but to be honest, we were at a breaking point. How do you think it's going to be above and beyond 6? Because obviously the needs change then, don't they? From an educational point of view, from a syllabus kind of point of view.
Oh, in terms of that, in terms of the academic learning, you mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. The thing about the new homeschooling is you don't actually have to follow a curriculum, so you can decide what you teach your kids. And I think it's important to I think just in case we do want to put them back into school, we are kind of following the key stage, principles. We've got a lot of workbooks and textbooks and things that are basically, if I had to slot Indy and Marley back into school, I think they'd be at the same level as the kids in their class. But yeah, who knows? I mean, we have a music teacher once a week, and we do a lot of workbooks and stuff, but we're not at that point where I've got to really think about, because I am key stage 1 maths.
Yeah.
I really struggle with maths, so Rosie's kind of become the maths teacher. I'm doing more the fitness and the kind of languages and music and things, but it's a team effort really, and I think we're doing a good job, but you don't know, we're just,
I'm sure you're doing a fantastic
we're just tapping
job.
into
But love is the thing, isn't it? As long as the kids know they're loved and they're safe, that's sort of page 1, isn't it? And after that,
I think so.
Things matter. But the whole thing about exams and rote learning, because are you teaching kids stuff that's useful, or are you just teaching them how to pass exams? I mean, that's the big debate at the moment, isn't it?
100%. We've got 3 children, 2 of them are grown up, and the 2 girls are really academic, and it really suits them. And Matthew, our 19-year-old boy, his brain just never quite, but he's so bright, and he was in danger, and we had to work so hard. He was in danger of thinking, I'm not bright, because his brain didn't lend itself to academia. He didn't really care, to be honest.
Yeah.
But now he's doing stuff that he enjoys and engages him. You can see how bright he is.
All right, Joe, what do you do for kicks and giggles? What's going on away from work?
Well, what do I do?
Kids, yes, I get that.
What do I do for
fun?
fun?
But a day to yourself, what would you know?
Well, I mean, I love live music, so going to an event, I went to Glastonbury this year.
Of course you did.
I do love live music. I think
did you gandy it up at Glastonbury?
Yeah, I did, yeah. I wore this at Glastonbury, but I think live
so
music,
cool.
I went to see Miles Smith this year. I went to see the Teskey Brothers at Hammersmith Apollo. I'm a big fan of I just love live music.
Good for you.
That would always be my number 1 choice. But if I'm having a day just chilling, I'd probably go out on the motorbike for a few hours. I ride down to up to Henley for lunch, or to Brighton for the day, and that with my dad and my brother. But I'm basically just always on the move. I don't seem to sit down. I struggle to sit and be still, And
where do you like to hang out you love America? How's you in America? What's going on in America with you?
So in America, I'm completely unknown, right? So there's this,
are you?
it's this
I didn't know
alternative reality where I can, have this life here in this career, which I'm really proud of, and the impact, I suppose, in the UK.
Right.
But then when I'm walking along the beach in Santa Monica and Venice, very, very rarely am I stopped. I can be walking around in a thong roller skating if I want to. I don't actually wear a thong, but I do roller skate, and I've got electric skateboards and stuff. And I like that kind of alternative reality, because it can be quite full on here.
Yeah, yeah.
Not that I ever hate. And if you ever see me anywhere in the world, you can come and say hello to me. I'll always have a selfie. I will always say hello.
Yeah, yeah.
But it's nice to just be with the kids and sort of slow down. I mean, I do really slow down there. We're not going back this year because this year's been so busy, man. I'm doing a documentary with Channel 4 around, you'll be interested in ultra processed food, and that's blown my mind.
Good for you.
The marketing, the ingredients, the effect on our bodies.
Salt, oil and sugar, SOS.
I'm just so I'm having this a moment of enlightenment and awareness of just how hard it is for people to stay healthy with the system and the marketing and the targeting of foods to us. I don't go looking for sugar, man. I travel to Spain or go through the airport and I'm bombarded every single...
Yeah, of course.
And it's they make it very, very hard for us to be healthy.
Yeah, it's hard to escape it, isn't
mate,
it?
it's
and
impossible.
Eventually you just succumb because you're psychologically beaten up by it. Are you still brass monkeying, still cold plunging?
Yeah, still doing the ice bath.
Every day?
Every day I'm home, I'm in there, yeah, and I've gone through this phase of I used to be doing 7 minutes, 4 minutes, 5 minutes. Yeah. Now I'm 30 seconds, I'm in and out. My head's gone.
I've gone to the barrel from the bath. Still got the bath.
Yeah.
Still got the ice in it. But the barrel's 3.5 degrees, and it's squashing the squeeze, isn't it? Because after doing the ice bath, which does have ice in it, and is 0.5, the barrel is a breeze, man. It's a cinch. Where are you with it, Vas?
I still do it. Oh, the other day...
Yeah.
the other day, our neighbours are both away, and the other day we had a house viewing. Our house is on the market. We had a house viewing at 3:30, and it's 3:20. And I thought I can do 4 minutes in the ice bath. Ours is at 2 degrees. Sitting in there.
Naked at this point? Are you naked?
Yep.
Right.
But I thought, because otherwise I've got to have to find where are the shorts. I'm going to have to ring them out, and they'll be around, and I'll forget them. And then the house viewing, and then why has he got boxer shorts hanging in the garden?
Yeah.
So I thought I'd just go naked.
Because they say put a fresh pot of coffee on and some toast to get the smell going. They don't say anything about wet boxer shorts.
Exactly, in the garden.
I can't bear the thought of like just how small everything shrinks though when you're butt naked. Surely you can't do that. I wear a pair of pants.
No, well, if I like early in the morning or 2:30, 2 days ago, I was naked in the ice bath because like Paul and Yen are away and Athena and her family are in Croatia. It's fine. No one's going to see me. And then suddenly, 10 yards behind me, I hear voices. I went, hello? Oh, hello. We're 5 minutes early. Is that okay? Not really.
Has the estate agent got a key to your house?
Yes.
Schoolboy error. You never do that, ever. And he says that his neighbours don't see him. Yesterday we did this thing called the Top 10 News, where if you know, so we did it on famous people. You know, have you met them? It was a great, all good, all positive stuff. So we did one on him because he's leaving on Friday. He's leaving the show on Friday.
Oh no, after all these years.
Yeah, I know. It's all feign sadness. And so we did the Top 10 News on him. His neighbour texted the show yesterday saying, this is for Vassos, we're his neighbours, and he thinks that we can't see him naked in his cold plunge, but just because it's his last week, just tell him that we can.
Yeah, that was Kate, our former neighbour, and so that, you know, armed with that information, I had to make sure that everyone was away, and they were.
That's
and
brilliant.
It's something quite freeing. I swim in the Serpentine as well every morning, and in the winter when it's dark. Something quite freeing about it.
It's not about you.
No, it's about Joe.
It's about Joe Wicks, all right? Joe Wicks, Activate, episode 1 available now via at the Body Coach TV on YouTube. Joe, let's just go back to the first ever video you posted online. When was it? What was it? How were you? What did it land straight away? What happened?
The first ever lean in 15 recipe I shared was out the flat in Surbiton, hanging out the window, made this terrible little dish, and that was that first, and that right there is lean in 15, which I struggle to watch back. I cringe. In with a Lucy B, all that. Honestly,
why do you cringe?
Because it was just, I think it was just annoying, but for some reason it made people laugh. But the first
Did you just do an impression of yourself?
Yeah, basically. I think my energy was just different then, but I'm embarrassed. But I also think, well, it got people moving and cooking. But the first workout video I did, I was also living in Surbiton in the same flat. There was a terrace, and I just put the tripod on. I filmed this workout, and I was like, welcome to the Body Coach TV. And I was like, oh, you just caught me mid-warm. I was pretending I just got caught by camera. But it's actually one of my most viewed videos. It had like 10 million views. But that was just the start of my introduction to digital content and sharing and being obsessed with it.
You were really early to the party, weren't you? How many years ago was that then?
This is in 2012, and I really was doing that long before you were getting book deals and brand partnerships and even monetizing. I just something in me enjoyed sharing stuff and saw the impact. I loved it, and I still love it now.
What was your first tipping point?
I actually think when I went on Sunday Brunch with Tim Lovejoy, and
God bless Tim.
I went on that, and then suddenly I went from like 10,000 to 20,000 followers, and that led to more PR and stuff.
What was the next tipping point? Give us another one.
I'd say your radio show.
No, you don't. Tell us the truth. Go on.
The next tipping point, probably when the Lean in 15 book came out. So that red book, I called it Little Red because it was
the first one.
The very first red Lean in 15 book. I called it Little Red because it was a little red steam engine. It just kept chugging along, and it was like such a successful book.
Little Red's nice. Is that what your company's called?
No, Little Red's just the name of the.
It'd be nice to get in for a company, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Little Red.
Little Red steam engine, but
mate, it's great to see you.
Well, hopefully be back in the year because I've got another book coming which you might like.
Whenever you want, you're always welcome.
Healthy book coming
out.
You're
always welcome.
Thanks for supporting me all these years. You've always been so positive and having me at Carfest and all that along the years.
Well, we've got Carfest again. You're welcome to come. Whatever you want to do, bring the brood. Right, you've got so many kids now. We could double the attendance just by inviting Joe and his family. Cool, man. But think about the grandkids as well.
I know. Well,
it's great.
My brother George is actually, his wife's pregnant, and there's just so many kids coming. I love having young kids in the family.
It's the best, isn't it?
It brings you together, doesn't it? It really does. It brings you together.
And that's what you're doing now. You're bringing us together again. And this is fun. Get your kids in front of this. Get yourself in front of this. Activate, episode 1 available now. And it's amazing what a 5-minute workout or a 7-minute workout can do for your health. You increase your blood flow. You stretch where you wouldn't stretch. So few people put their hands above their head as they get older in life. That's why tennis is so good for you. And that's why you lunge to the left, lunge to the right. But this way, what happens with this is the 5 minutes passes by and you haven't even noticed it, and you suddenly feel better, and you're getting high on your own supply, and it's a constructive high as opposed to a destructive high.
You speak so well about fitness, and I really think you get it, and you've always been so positive because it's not just the physical, right? It's the mood and it's the mental health.
Well, I went the other way for so long. I just can't preach this or bang the drum for this enough. Do you know what I mean?
No, you've got a really good lifestyle, and it's important to do it at a young age. You have to get it in your DNA and your psyche.
Habit energy. It's got to be your default.
Yeah.
There's that great
without
thing.
Even thinking about it, just like non-negotiable.
Yeah, the GOATs, the greatest of all time, what they do is they say, don't practice till you get it right. Practice till you can't get it wrong.
Exactly.
And if you get this right, habit energy going, you can't not do it.
True story.
It's the true story. Let's hear it for Joe Wicks. Let's hear it for Vas Alexander. Let's hear it for Little Joe and Little Red and everything that's good about life. And Wednesday, July 16, we're out of here. We'll see you tomorrow, 6:30. Don't be late. And if you are, it doesn't matter. Bye. Virgin Radio.